Remember back when the FNAF movie was just a whisper in the dark, tucked away like Springtrap in the shadows? Well, buckle up, because this year has turned the tables, and the hype train is hurtling towards the highly anticipated movie release this October. It's creeping closer than Foxy sprinting down that hallway. The excitement is infectious, with mega fans taking the internet by storm, spinning theories, diving into speculations, and wishing for the best in this live-action adaptation. And if you're familiar with our turf, you know we're no strangers to a good old Five Nights speculation and deep dive. And today, we're stepping into untouched territory. We're looking at the ultimate surprise party guests that will catapult this upcoming horror adventure to the next level for hardcore fans. We're of course talking about cameos. Think of them as those hidden collectibles in a game. They add a layer of exhilaration, sprinkle star power like confetti, and bring forth a nostalgic wave that'll have us all buzzing like a security guard hitting 6 a.m. on his shift. Imagine this. A familiar face from the FNAF universe lurking in the background of the pizzeria, or perhaps a sly nod to those nights of terror and trembling security cameras. These appearances aren't just fleeting moments. These appearances can enhance the plot, drop hints like pizza crumbs, expand the FNAF world like never before, and connect dots in ways that'll leave us both satisfied and craving more. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a star-studded lineup of cameos we're itching to see in the movie, characters who could make the screen shine even brighter. So grab your popcorn, because we're about to embark on a countdown that's as thrilling as surviving a night shift in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Get ready, because this is 5 cameos we want to see in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Number 5. The Puppet. Okay, so there are no strings attached to the puppet making an appearance in the FNAF movie as of yet, but this creepy, lanky marionette's cameo could be a real pulling point in the storyline. Why, you ask? Well, folks, picture this. FNAF 2, the prequel to all the animatronic chaos we've come to know and love. It's like a backstage pass to the animatronic universe, revealing secrets that could make even Sherlock Holmes proud. You see, FNAF 2 happens before FNAF 1. It's like the appetizer before the animatronic main course. And guess who's front and center in FNAF 2? You got it? The puppet. So could it mean if this game technically came before the first game, this maestro could appear? Well, nothing is impossible in the world of cinema and killer animatronics. So why would the puppet's cameo in the FNAF movie make all the sense in the world? Well, if we're diving into the FNAF timeline, seeing the puppet in action would be like connecting the dots between these two iconic games. Imagine Josh Hutcherson stumbles further into the animatronic world, uncovering the secrets of the pizzeria. He's exploring the eerie prize corner, and what does he find? The music box.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
And waiting for him, the puppet with its chilling grin, those disturbing purple tears, and buttons running up its torso. It's a moment that ties the past and the future together and intertwines the game's storylines. The animatronic bridge that makes us go, aha! Seeing the puppet in the FNAF movie could give us a deeper understanding of its role in the greater Five Nights franchise, allowing the movie to finally take a deep dive into the puppet's possession of Charlotte Emily. Mega fans would finally find out how the character essentially became an anti-hero, and there's no denying that unraveling the timeline and giving us a glimpse into the animatronic past with a flashback would be extremely satisfying for those of us who salivate over every tidbit of lore this franchise has to offer. And this pick isn't just speculation either, because for a hot minute, it seemed like the puppet was officially set to feature in the movie. It was reported that Blumhouse enlisted Jane Wheeler, known for her roles in Deep Impact and Journey to the Center of the Earth, to lend her voice to the puppet. First reported by everyone's favorite Twitter user FNAF Movie Update, the casting news was discovered on IMDb. The listing specifically mentions that Jane Wheeler's roles in the movie include loop group, motion capture, and most importantly, voicing acting for the puppet. Now, don't get your strings in a twist. We know IMDb can't always be trusted in their sourcing. There's a good chance this was hashtag fake news after Wheeler's credit as the puppet has been removed, or maybe, just maybe, this was done to try to preserve some surprises for the movie. This is definitely not our wishful thinking at all. So whether the puppet gets a starring role or even just a small cameo, we don't really mind. We just hope we see this marionette shows up somewhere on October 27th. Number 4, Mangle. In other words, why you should leave repairs to the professionals. Mangle was supposed to be a friendlier-looking redesign of Foxy, with the intention to be less scary. But unfortunately, kids kept pulling him apart. Eventually, staff gave up and decided to just let the little kids, put him back together how they wanted. This left us with the definition of the what I ordered versus what I got. In FNAF 2, the true test arises when Mangle is spotted in the vulnerable spot of the right air vent. This is the moment for the player to act quickly by slipping on the Freddy head to ward off Mangle's advance. Adding a playful twist, if the player brings up the monitor and lowers it before putting on the mask, Mangle ends up suspended on the ceiling directly above the player. In this heart-pounding instant, Mangle might spring into action unexpectedly, its head dramatically swinging down from the ceiling toward the player character's face. Intriguingly, once Mangle infiltrates the office, there's no straightforward method to evict it except for waiting patiently until 6 a.m. A feat that, let's face it, borders on the impossible for a night unscathed. Bringing this scene to the big screen in live action would be nothing short of incredible, and would make for an epic jump scare. After all, there has got to be something chasing Josh Hutcherson's mic through the vents in this scene from the trailer, right? Now, we know in our Every Character Confirmed for the FNAF movie video, we speculated it could be everyone's favorite character, Balloon Boy. But Balloon Boy isn't the only character that moves through the vents. If the filmmakers are looking to really turn up the horror element in the film's climax, Mangle is your man, or woman, who even knows at this point. In fact, even allowing a few animatronics to cameo in this vent chase sequence could be a good choice by the filmmakers. After all, as the audience, we wouldn't know what was around the next corner, keeping tensions high. Mangle is a beloved character in the franchise, and their backstory alone is enough to make you uneasy, but an appearance in live action would elevate this character to new levels. So wires crossed that they'll make an appearance. Are they waving hello? It's hard to tell. Moving on. Number 3, Helpy. Ah yes, the tiny shiny bear that shouldn't freak us out, but absolutely does. Helpy is a toy bear with a similar resemblance to Funtime Freddy with similar colors, hat, and bow tie. But smaller versions of things are often creepier than the real thing, and oh boy is that true for this little guy. It's giving Chucky meets Winnie the Pooh. In the initial appearance within Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, Helpy takes center stage primarily on the game's menu screens, guiding you through the process of constructing and overseeing your pizzeria. Furthermore, he assists in the playtesting of the majority of your attractions by means of various minigames once you've situated them within the establishment. Should you decide to acquire attractions with a high potential for legal liabilities, Helpy stands ready to address your legal troubles in the event that your patrons take legal action. In such cases, you'll be presented with the choice of settling or contesting these lawsuits. However, should you find yourself burdened with a legal bill that's insurmountable, your pizzeria will ultimately face the dire fate of bankruptcy. In the realm of lore, the origins of Helpy remain shrouded in mystery. The exact when and why of his creation are uncertain. He doesn't make his appearance within the FNAF timeline until the occurrences of Pizzeria Simulator, which neatly frames the principal narrative of the initial 6 FNAF games. His presence isn't extensively expounded upon in FNAF 6 or any subsequent installments. But does this mean Helpy couldn't make a cameo appearance in the FNAF movie? Of course not. It seems as though the filmmakers are molding together different canons and creating a separate universe universe for the film, which would allow for the appearance of characters outside the first 3 games. This makes for the perfect opportunity to include Helpy. We're not saying every cameo appearance needs to be a huge role, but we can definitely see Helpy featuring in a flashback scene to when the pizzeria was once a thriving establishment, not an abandoned death trap, you know? This could be done in multiple different ways. Helpy could appear as a toy children get with their food, you know, like a killer Happy Meal kind of vibe. Or he could even feature in the background of the pizzeria arcade where he can be spotted as a prize in a claw machine. But hey, as long as Buff Helpy doesn't show up to wait tables, I'm sure everyone will be fine. Number 2, Circus Baby. What could be more friendly and welcoming than a giant robot baby dressed up as a clown? Actually, don't answer that. Circus Baby, the charismatic figurehead of Circus Baby's entertainment and rental, and simultaneously the central antagonist of Sister Location, where she made her debut. William Afton's ingenuity flourished when he fashioned Circus Baby with the purpose of elevating her to the role of the cherished mascot for Circus Baby's Pizza World. However, concealed within Baby herself was an intricate programming mechanism designed to monitor the presence of children. Yet, in scenarios where only one child was present, this programming prompted her to distribute ice cream, an enticing ploy to coax the child into her grasp, ultimately leading to their demise. While our aspirations for Circus Baby's crossover into both the silver and small screen remain fervent, it's essential to acknowledge that her roots are intertwined with the sister location within the gaming universe, with Circus Baby directly linked to Circus Baby's Pizza World and Circus Baby's entertainment and rental. Nonetheless, this leaves an opportunity for filmmakers to introduce Circus Baby into the live-action world of Five Nights. And how could they do it? Cue the post-credit scene that unveils an entirely new location, a sister location. Picture this. As the film concludes, if any of our protagonists make it out alive, they'll assume the horrors are over. But they soon find out that Freddy's Pizza Gaff wasn't the only location home to these menacing animatronics. The camera then cuts to the sinister entertainment and rental sister location, setting up a sequel or heck, even a spin-off series for Peacock. Of course, then we would also need a last-minute jump scare from Circus Baby to send the audience home happy. The inclusion of Circus Baby in a post-credits sequence not only ensures the seamless continuation of the live-action franchise, but also grants filmmakers the canvas to gradually introduce and expand upon the vast FNAF lore and its array of characters. This approach caters not just to the hardcore fans, but also extends a welcoming hand to the casual moviegoer, ensuring they actually have a clue what the hell is going on. We're crossing everything for an appearance from Circus Baby sooner rather than later because we've waited long enough for this film, god damn it. And coming in at our number 1 spot is none other than DD. Was there ever any doubt? How could the filmmakers at Blumhouse make a Five Nights movie and not include one of the most popular characters the franchise has ever knew? Wait, DD isn't number 1? Well, who is then? Number 1, Springtrap. Well, that makes more sense. Let's cut to the chase. Based on the tantalizing trailers we've been treated to and the revelation of Matthew Lillard's 3-picture deal in interviews, it's safe to say we're putting our last pizza slice on the table and betting that this menacing killing machine is bound to grace the screen. Springtrap resembles the Spring Bonnie suit, who in fact is who we see in the trailer.
Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh my god, Springtrap.
Yes, we remember we got it wrong. Okay. Springtrap is the fate of Spring Bonnie after the suit malfunctions with Afton inside, and he's left to rot for 30 years and ends up possessing the suit. 2 distinct triggers underlie the potential mishaps of spring lock failures. Firstly, the interaction between the spring locks and moisture, particularly water, can spell trouble. This is precisely why employees are strictly forbidden from donning the suit in areas laden with excessive humidity. This critical point is notably highlighted by the fate met by William Afton. The brutal event of his demise transpired when he found himself encased in the Spring Bonnie suit, as the ceiling unexpectedly revealed a leak, allowing rainwater to intertwine with his heavy, hurried breaths. This unfortunate convergence ultimately activated the spring locks, sealing his tragic fate. The second avenue leading to this torture trap happens when an employee fails to fully wind the spring locks to their maximum potential, presenting another pathway to disaster. In this scenario, inadequate winding can result in the explosive bursting of the spring locks. We can't be sure which avenue Blumhouse will take with bringing the spring lock incident to the big screen. I mean, they may even take a completely new route, which could prove to be an exciting twist on this already messed up element. Now, while we're not entirely convinced that Springtrap will be the star of the show in the inaugural film, after all, they've got a trilogy to carefully weave, there's a sneaky hunch we've got. As the credits start rolling, in classic cinematic style, we'll be treated to a post-credit scene that leaves us on the edge of our seats. Our bet is that Afton's fate takes a chilling turn with the iconic and dramatic spring locking, setting up the ultimate teaser for Springtrap's debut in the second movie. And that wraps up our list of cameos we're hoping to see in the FNAF movie. What did you think of our picks? Let us know in the comments. And if you have any other ideas, we'd love to hear them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with everything FNAF and beyond. Thanks for watching.
Monsters, tell me, do you believe in those monsters? I'm talking dreams so big that they haunt you.